Hi, this is Jennifer from Live Fire Defense, and I wanted to get on here and talk about sights, sight alignment, sight picture, and specifically iron sights and optics, the red dot optics. These two firearms are clear. There's nothing in the barrel. The magazines are in, as you can see, the topper orange and blue. This is the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield Plus, and this is the Walther PDP full-size 4-inch barrel. And this barrel is 3.1 inches on the M&P Shield Plus. Now, as you know, there are red dot optic lovers, and then there are also people who love iron sights because, you know, a lot of times people don't like change or don't like adapting to change. So some people become very tribal, like the iPhone users versus Android, that whole ordeal. So I wanted to get here and talk about the potential advantages and disadvantages to both systems, iron sights and the red dot optics. So with iron sights, I can't really think of many disadvantages. I would say that for me personally, I like suppressor height iron sights because I feel like when they're bigger, I can acquire the sight picture a lot faster. So I don't like the iron sights that are standard. I like suppressor height. So I would say a disadvantage would be when the sights are standard, they may be a little harder to acquire a sight picture quickly. But again, you have to go back to training and you have to train. So that's something that may be a disadvantage for some and may not be a disadvantage for others. The other drawback or negative of iron sights would be the potential of them breaking. And this has happened to me a couple of times. I don't want to admit how many because I tend to break things. I don't know if I'm too rough in general, and it doesn't matter what it is. It could be iron sights, it could be a door. Okay, I'll stop talking about that. But anyway, I've had it happen to me a few times, so it is possible, but I don't think that it's something that's very common. I think it's just something that happened to me and it was a freak accident several times. Now, let's talk about advantages and disadvantages of the red dot. So with the red dot, because it's technology, it can fail on you. So that's definitely a possibility, and it has happened to me. Again, I have the worst luck with just anything. I break stuff, so don't judge me. So it can fail on you, and it does happen. And the other disadvantage would be the fact that you have to change out the batteries. I recommend changing them out once a year. Maybe choose your birthday as an anniversary of changing the batteries out, or pick maybe January 1st or the first month of the year as a month to change out all the batteries on all your red dot optics. So if you have several guns, just change them all out at the same time. So that way, every year, January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or let's say within the first 2 weeks of the month, you want to go ahead and change out the batteries. The other disadvantage, I can't think of another disadvantage. So the battery and the potential of it failing. Oh, also, if it fails, the fact that, okay, what do you do? How do you acquire a sight picture? I recommend, like this gun right here, this gun is co-witness with iron sights, and it's 1/3 co-witness, which means that the bottom third of that window, you can see the rear sight and the front sight. So you're able to acquire a sight picture using your iron sights. So this is what a co-witness looks like. These particular iron sights are from Angry Bear Arms. Check them out. They have great customer service, and they're very helpful when you have questions. So again, I wouldn't say I have a favorite. I would say that I definitely enjoy shooting red dots because you acquire that sight picture fast, and you just start taking your shots. However, I do see the need to train with irons. So I recommend for any new shooter to always start with iron sights, which is what I do with my clients. I train my clients with iron sights first, and then If they want to, you know, train on the red dot, I go over that later. But initially, it's iron sights. So I think it's very important to be able to be proficient with both. However, for me personally, I noticed that the more I shoot or shot the optic, whenever I would transition back to irons, because I do that frequently just because I train my students, so I take shots in front of them. I am a much better shooter. I acquire the sight picture pretty fast, and I have no issues going back and forth between the two. So if you have any questions, hit us up, info@livefiredefense.com. Again, any questions, info@livefiredefense.com.